Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're looking at how a single app in Nigeria is using crypto to tackle a huge problem, a volatile currency that makes everyday life, well, totally unpredictable. This is the story of Airbills Pay. So, this quote, it's not just some clever marketing slogan. No, this is the daily reality for millions of Nigerians. It just perfectly captures that feeling, that frustration of living in an economy where your money's value is all over the place. And something as simple as paying a bill, it can feel like a high-stakes gamble.
Okay, so to really get why a solution like Airbills Pay is such a big deal, we first have to understand the problem they're trying to solve. Let's break down what's actually going on in Nigeria.
You've got this persistent inflation, right? And trust in the local currency is, well, it's shaky. So what do people do? A lot of Nigerians are turning to stablecoins, the ones pegged to the US dollar, just to protect their savings. And this isn't some small niche trend. I mean, get this, stablecoins make up a full half of sub-Saharan Africa's entire crypto volume. Think about that. That's a massive, massive search for some kind of financial stability.
But okay, here's the catch. Having these digital dollars is one thing, but actually using them for everyday stuff like paying your electricity bill or topping up your phone data, it's incredibly clunky. It usually means you have to go into these informal peer-to-peer markets. You're basically selling your crypto to a complete stranger online. Then you're sitting there waiting for the Naira to show up in your account and just hoping you don't get scammed. It's stressful.
But you know what they say, right? Necessity is the mother of invention. An environment this challenging, it's the perfect catalyst for real innovation. And that is exactly where Airbills Pay comes in. So Airbills Pay was basically created to formalize this whole thing and, take the risk out of it. So instead of that messy, complicated process you see on the left, they offer a super simple, direct alternative. You're going from these risky P2P trades with strangers to a secure, one-click payment right from your own crypto wallet. It's all about getting rid of that middleman and all the anxiety that comes with it. And the whole platform, at its core, is built on stablecoins. We're talking digital dollars. And honestly, this is the real game changer. Because when you use an asset that holds its value, you're basically shielding yourself from that local currency inflation right at the moment you go to pay for something. It's all about protecting your purchasing power every single time you make a transaction. And this chart, it just illustrates it perfectly. It shows how every single feature is a direct answer to a real, deeply felt problem. You're worried about inflation? Boom, spend stablecoins. Frustrated with bank constraints? You don't even need a bank. Scared of those risky P2P markets? Nope, you're using transparent smart contracts instead. It's a direct solution for every single pain point. So how do you get this idea to really click with people? Well, the team uses these really powerful local analogies. And this is a great one. OPay is a huge mobile payment app in Nigeria. I mean, millions of people already use it and trust it. So by saying, hey, we're like OPay but for crypto, they instantly connect this new kind of complex idea to something everybody already knows. It's brilliant. Of course, for any of this to work, all that complicated tech in the background has to feel completely effortless to the user. I mean, the real goal here is to make all that complexity just disappear. And you can see that commitment to simplicity right away just in how you get started. Okay, so a user gets a wallet, they get some stablecoins, then they just go to the web app. That's it. From there, it's literally a one-click connection. You pick what you want to pay for, you hit approve, and you're done. And notice what you don't have to do. There are no long sign-up forms, no complicated verification processes. They've stripped all that out. And that focus on simplicity, it's baked into every single feature. You've got that one-click payment flow. No annoying account creation or KYC, that whole know your customer thing. And the interface itself? It feels just like the other popular fintech apps in Nigeria that people already use. It's all about making it super easy to get started and feel totally natural. And this quote, this really gets to the heart of it all. This is their ultimate goal for the user experience. Make the blockchain technology completely invisible. I mean, when the platform is so fast and so easy to use that people almost forget they're even using crypto, that's when you know you've nailed it. That's when you made something truly accessible. Okay, so you've built a great product. But that's only half the battle, right? It's not enough. You have to explain it in a way that really connects with people on a cultural level. So, how'd they do it? How did they pitch this thing?
Well, their marketing team really understood their audience. Nigeria is a mobile-first country, and it's all about video. You've got over 30 million adults on YouTube, and pretty much everyone is watching video clips. So for them, a short, snappy explainer video wasn't just an option. It was the only option. The most effective way to tell their story, period. And their strategy was just brilliant because it was so simple. They didn't lead with, hey, look at our cool blockchain tech, or list a bunch of features. No, they started with a problem everyone gets, the sheer frustration of paying a bill. That immediately creates an emotional connection, right? So when they finally introduce the solution, it lands with so much more impact.
And I mean, every single element of that video was carefully crafted to resonate with the culture. Using that OPay for crypto analogy so people get it instantly, calling stablecoins digital dollars to make them less intimidating, using visuals that actually look and feel like everyday life in Nigeria, it all comes together to build a sense of familiarity. And the most important thing of all, trust. So that brings us to the big question. What's next? What does the future look like? I mean, how does a platform like this go from its early adopters, the crypto-savvy crowd, to reaching, well, everybody? Well, the roadmap is definitely ambitious. They're talking about expanding to stuff like flights and hotels. But the real key, the potential game changer, is a feature called Pags Cash. Now get this. It would let you send crypto to a friend, and they would instantly get Naira in their bank account. Think about what that means. They call it proxy adoption. It means you could eventually pay a street vendor who doesn't even have a crypto wallet. That is how you bridge the gap and go mainstream. And really, this is why all of this matters so much. The platform stops being just a simple payment app and becomes a vital tool for financial freedom. In a system where the currency is unstable and the banks can be unreliable, this gives people back control. It gives them resilience, and it gives them a way to actually preserve the value of their own hard-earned money. So, to keep this whole thing moving, the path forward is pretty clear. You got to keep doubling down on that core message of empowerment. You grow the user base through community, through referrals, through smart partnerships. And above all else, you can never lose sight of that simple, beautiful user experience that made it all work in the first place. Which really leaves us with a fascinating final thought to chew on. Is Airbills Pay just a really cool, brilliant Nigerian success story? Or are we looking at something bigger? Could this be the blueprint, a model for how to build the future of finance, not just for Africa, but for emerging economies all over the world?